Hey guys, welcome to Jettworld Unscripted, coming to you from Austin, Texas in the United States. Today's a big day for us and our blog because will mark the first day that we've actually done a review. Now occasionally throughout the year I will review video games. That will be very rare because there are only 3 video games I play in a 12-month period. And occasionally I'll also review films. Put a muffler on it, buddy. Films that I'm excited about, and those films either meet my expectations or let me down. But back to the video games. Today we're going to review Konami's Pro Evolution Soccer 09 on the PS3. I have both the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I ordered the PS3 version because I ordered it from Europe. Gaming.com in the United Kingdom. Thank you, gentlemen. You got it to me the Monday following the weekend it was released to the Londonites and the Euros. So I do appreciate you getting this to me as quickly as possible. I'll compare the game to previous PS3, Xbox 360 versions. I'm only talking about next-gen gaming in this particular review. Naturally, it goes without saying that it'll have to be compared to its competitor, and that's EA Sports FIFA. And we'll also kind of compare it to where we as consumers think Pro Evolution should be on next-gen gaming consoles. And so I play FIFA, I play this, and then usually FIFA will have a spring offering as well. But we know this year it won't be Champions League because Konami has secured the rights to the Champions League for 4 years. So congratulations on that small step, Konami. Okay, most important thing to me with a soccer video game is gameplay. And unfortunately 2008 was a very dark year for any of us football fans, or soccer fans as we call it here in the United States. Because for me, Pro Evo 08 was not playable past 2 months, nor was FIFA. FIFA was a massive step for the series, but it still was too glitchy and too awkward and too clumsy for me to enjoy it past 2 months. And then Pro Evo was a tragedy. It was arcadey, way too fast. It was football on steroids or football on speed or something. I'm not sure, but it just, neither game was fun. So it was a long 12 months as I awaited both the FIFA 09 title and the Pro Evo 09 title. So what do I think about this particular game? I think that this is going to be playable and enjoyable for 12 months for me. I'm glad they brought back what was important, and that was a gameplay that felt fluid, that felt natural. When I'm attacking and I'm on the ball, I feel like I'm controlling the player. I feel like there's a true level of creativity. I feel in control of the player I'm controlling, and I also feel in complete control of my teammates, my computer-controlled teammates. When we're defending in this game is much more challenging than I've found previous version on next-gen Pro Evos to be. But I like the challenge, and I definitely think this particular offering from Konami will be playable and enjoyable. I know so, for 12 months. And I'm glad that, in a sense, they brought back the old gameplay. I think they've bumped up every level of their game as far as presentation, the graphics, the Champions League licensing. The gameplay is a massive step in the right direction compared to the 08 offering. However, back in 2004, 2005, when we were all playing on our Xboxes and our PS2s and we started reading about the capabilities of the new machines, the 360 and the PS3, and I thought into the future towards 2009 Next-Gen Pro Evo and 2010 Next-Gen Pro Evo, this, as well as every edition that's been on the next gen, is not what I had in mind. What I had in mind was Konami's traditional sweet gameplay and the graphics aesthetics. The aesthetics from FIFA. So Konami, although I'm torn in this review because I'm thoroughly enjoying the game and I know it's going to give me 12 months of enjoyment and it's not going to get old, it's not going to get stale. But they're also not offering us a true next-gen game for our next-gen machines. And that, I don't know if it's budget restraints on Konami's parts. I don't know if it's a lack of vision on Konami's part. I don't know what that reason is. I know it's disappointing for us as fans of the series, and it's also disappointing as fans of our current, our PS3s and Xbox 360s, because they're offering us what I think is still the best gameplay for me, and it's a matter of choice this year. There's not a gap between FIFA and this in terms of gameplay and representing football. But everything else is lacking. The graphics, yes, they're the best Pro Evo's ever offered, but they're nothing compared to FIFA's. The licenses, it's always been that way. FIFA, lots of licenses. Konami, the bare basics. The sound presentation, when you're playing in a stadium like Wembley, FIFA, it really sounds like you hear when you're watching football on your television and Wembley's sold out and it's an international night. Konami's, it feels like they took a one-track recorder into a stadium and then just imported it into all the stadiums of their games. It doesn't feel like there's any level of realism to it at all. So you've made a better game, Konami, by taking 2 steps backwards and bringing back PS2 gameplay. Your current version is better in all areas, but you're nowhere near the competition in the aesthetics, the appeal, the sexiness. You're not maximizing, you're not even coming close to maximizing the PS3 nor the Xbox 360. Now when I compare it to FIFA, again, we're in a good situation as video gamers this year because both games are quality. Both games represent the beautiful game differently, but they're fair representations in their own way. Now for me, gameplay-wise, Konami ever so slightly edges out FIFA this year. And there was a time when anyone who watched football and also played the video games of football understood something, and everyone understood this. That was a true footy fan. Graphics, presentation, slickness, licenses, FIFA, arcade scores. Gameplay, Konami. Now these were all matters of opinions, but it was such a dominant opinion that we could call it a fact. Well, the gap between the presentation and the aesthetics is even further than it was back then. However, and FIFA clearly has the upper hand. Congratulations, FIFA. However, gameplay, there is no gap. There is not a gap any longer. Now, it's simply a matter of taste. Do you feel more comfortable with this, or do you feel more comfortable with FIFA? Do you like Pepsi, or do you like Coke? And Konami, you've allowed FIFA to bridge the gap. This is your fault for not stepping up to the plate with next-gen gaming. Now, competition is good, and I hope there's always at least 2 football games, soccer games on the market, because they push each other and they keep each other from getting lazy. However, Konami, the last 3 years, as far as next-gen gaming, you have been lazy. And for me, long-term, I'll play this more than I play FIFA, just because right now, I think it's slightly better in gameplay, and I'm just more comfortable with it. FIFA still feels a little awkward to me, a little like I'm not really in control of the player when I have the ball and so forth. It still feels a little stiff. And then, here's another thing too. FIFA has licenses galore. But there's 3 really major leagues that I can think of right now that they don't have licenses to. They're not in the game. The Russian League, the Russian Premier League, the Argentinian League, and the Greek League. So if I'm a forward thinker and I work at Konami, I'm going to go to these leagues and say, hey, we want to feature you exclusively. We will be the exclusive brand of your league. We'll give it the best representation. And bring 3 more leagues, almost double our league choices. The Argentinian League is a massive league. The Russian League is up there, about to break into the top 5 or 6 in Europe. And the Greek League is quality. So Konami, you need to start being forward thinkers. You need to revolutionize and evolve this series for 2010, because the patience of your fan base, it maybe have expired in 2008, but for those who have stuck around for 2009, we're happy that we have something to enjoy for 12 months. But you must evolve and revolutionize for the next year. So get off vacation and do your thing. Peace. FIFA review coming soon.